That's the cop.
What's your
from the
beef with
newspaper.
this guy, Phelps?
Did you read about that woman who stabbed her husband, then pushed him in front of a car?
I wish I could afford that.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
When's America gonna understand? It's about giving. Not giving.
I'm out of here.
Try that again, asshole.
Good timing. Phelps, leave him be.
Can't do this.
That's the one. About a week ago, this guy murdered his wife and dumped the body. But that's the cop who put him away.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
That price is outrageous.
Slow down!
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Wish I could
Are you
afford
drunk,
that.
mister, or you just cracked? What'd I miss?
Hey, fuck you, asshole!
You can't do this!
That broad's got socks in the brassiere.
How's that just been paid look about him?
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Isn't he the cop that they're talking about on the news? What another conversation? Slow down!
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
This isn't what we're looking for.
I can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Maybe if... No.
Please, can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
Lars was out in the rain last night.
We've got Sailor Boy offering himself up on a plate back at Central. Let's go.
Against the rules to drive like this without a siren.
I want to make it home. I know you think.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy. You got a problem, pal?
You think I'm gonna squeal? No, sorry. I'm not here. I'm a killer.
This town's dangerous.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
What time was that?
Around 2 a.m., maybe?
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Guy gave his wife a bath. I said, all the family.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Carrollson picked up.
7K, roger.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. You need to hold that for the cavalry.
How do we do that?
Buckshot,
If you
Killing
want
make
your
you feel
rightful
powerful.
share, we need to fight for it!
Get that disfigured son of a bitch and the rest of his acolytes, Bell. The filthy hands off me, you bum.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Still working, Jack.
I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Oh, got a problem, pal? Oh,
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Not sure this means much.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
That broad got stopped in the
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
Need a
Going
drink.
this way.
I got the jitters again.
That bum took a swipe at me.
Ackerman,
I
you
put
were
him
in the
down on my
Marines.
sack.
How do you know? The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
I'm no hood. I'm a sinner. You understand? No way.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
You left at midnight, correct?
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
The flames in me. And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song.